first thing that we're going to do is go through the keys that do come with the motorhome rental. The ignition key and the two front doors, the passenger and the cab key is the Ford. Then we have two gold keys here. The round one is for the handle lock. That would work this as far as for locking and unlocking that lock. And then this larger key, the Trimark key, larger one is for the deadbolt. And the two locks have to be, right now it's locked, the handle is locked and so is the deadbolt. So the first thing I'm going to do is unlock the deadbolt, and then I'm going to unlock the other. And there is a diagram here showing that it's locked and here's unlocked. So now the door does open. Nice. Okay, the other keys that are included with this is the CH751, and that'll open all of the outside compartments. And we're going to go around to each one of the outside compartments and just show you the amount of storage that the motorhome has. Now this other key that I'm showing, that is for an outside shower, which is on the opposite side or on the driver's side of the unit. And that basically is hot and cold water on the outside. So let's get started. I'm going to slide the keys. Actually, I'll just hang on to them for right now. Few things. The motorhome, the refrigerator, the stove, and the hot water heater can all be run on LP gas. Now we'll send you down the road with a full tank of LP. There's really nothing, you're not going to be going through a lot of LP with the unit. It is full right now, and we do have the valve open for you, so there's really nothing more that you should have to do with it. We will have a minimum LP charge when you return of $25. So really don't worry about it. If you'd happen to smell LP around the unit at all, you're gonna come out here. There could be a possible leak. We're gonna want you to shut off the LP by just turning the valve. But otherwise, there's really not a lot that you're gonna have to do with that. Okay, you always want to make sure that you do turn the little knobs here to make sure that the door is secure. These little guys along the way here are going to be to hold the door up. So you just pull it out and then you'd lift up the door. As far as what this is, we're going to disregard that from a rental standpoint. That is just a solar charger. It's not used at all as part of the rental. This area right here, and again, to get into any of these compartments, you're going to use that CH751. But this is additional storage out here. And then there is a TV hookup if you did bring a TV of your own along and wanted to watch it outside. Otherwise, the TV inside the unit has to stay inside. If you'd like to lose your security deposit, that would be a real good way to lose it, by taking that TV outside. Okay, here's more storage. Okay, and these are all, I mean, you should have no problem as far as you don't really have to worry about dirt. If you do get them dirty, they should wipe out. But this would be an area that you could store lawn chairs or whatever you decide to bring along with you. And again, just turning the knobs, and then before departure, always making sure that it's locked by just putting this key in and turning it. This is the back side of the hot water heater. There's really nothing you need to do with that. It's all electronic ignition from the inside. Now, if it is on, you're going to be feeling some heat coming out of here. So make sure if you have any little people that they know that this is the back side of the furnace, this is the back side of the hot water heater. It's going to throw heat and they could get hurt. This is the back side of the refrigerator. Again, there's nothing you need to do with any of this. The tires, we do go through a maintenance routine before each departure, and all tire pressures have been checked. And that, now in the event that you would have any breakdown or a flat tire, the unit is covered by Ford roadside assistance, and there is an 800 number that will be pointed out to you at the time we go through paperwork. That is free to you to use. There is a spare tire on or available for the unit in the unit, and you call roadside assistance and they'd come out and actually retrieve the tire and change the tire for you. In the event of a flat tire though, make sure you bring the bad tire back to us. You do have outside receptacles here, so you could plug in radio, or you know, even if you wanted to have a table out here and cook out here, you could do toaster, coffee pot, anything like that. For these outlets here, you need to either be plugged in to 110 volt power or be running the generator. Okay, there's more storage here. And again, I'm just going to use this area right here to just hold the door up. You've got a lot of space in here. Make sure that when you're loading it and unloading that you do go through each compartment and make sure you don't leave anything behind. And make sure that they are secured prior to travel and lock it. Okay? Over here, this is a nice big storage area, and it is accessible from all three sides. You can get at it on the other side, and you can also get at it from the back. So these areas right here make for nice storage areas. This is like a rotocast plastic, but just be careful with any scratching or anything like that. We want them to be kept in the best shape possible. There is a light. There's a light right in the center, that circular round white area. You can turn the light on from the step area inside, and I'll be pointing that out when we get to the inside. Okay, on the back, we do have a ladder on the unit. That is not for use. Please do not go up on the ladder. That is one thing that generally in the past we've taken off. This year we're trusting that no one has any need to go up on top. If there is any sign that anybody is up on top, there again, that's one way to lose a security deposit. The only advertising that you're doing is right here, but keep in mind, as you're driving down the road and that, we do get a lot of phone calls. So we get phone calls as far as, hey, you know, want to know costs or rates. But also if you drive real crazy, or you find out that you're just off doing something that wasn't in the plan, we do have our phone number on there. Okay, as far as the hitch on the back, we do lock the hitch. You cannot tow anything. Actually, our insurance does not allow for anybody to be towing anything. The reason that the hitch is on the back is we allow either you can bring your own bicycle rack to have it mounted and locked on, so it does need to come with you when you come to do your rental. Otherwise, you're unable to use your own rack. We do have a bicycle rack that you can rent for $6 a day, and it holds 4 bikes. So that is something that you kind of have to let us know so that we can make sure that we have one available for you. Okay. On this side here is we supply a 25-foot water hose here for your use. This would, when you go and make your reservations at campgrounds, you should really have pre-major reservations. You should request water and electric. Now with the water hookup, we do have a water pressure regulator at the one end of the hose. This end is what you should hook directly to the water faucet that you're going to have on the site. This will keep the water pressure at a constant 40 psi. You're going to take this water hose, and the hookup for the water hose is right here, this city water connection. And this key, the 751 key, will work this area here. You're going to hook this directly to the black Okay, and you're going to screw it on, secure it, and the blue fitting here should be pointed in the down position. Okay, you will not be using this white connection at all. And then the on and off switch, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but right here, the pump switch is out here too. And we'll recap this in a little more detail once we go through the unit. But you would hook your water hose up like this, secure it, and then it does have a little flipper right here so that you can close this when you are parked. Fit it right over and you can close it up and then the hose will come out. Okay, just kind of cleans things up and doesn't have it completely open. Actually, what this diagram is showing you right here is if you were going to fill your tank, you're going to turn, right now it's on city water pressure. If you were to turn it, you're going to be filling your tank. So when you hook up right here, you're going to be filling your tank. This is for flushing the tank. If you were to drain, when you drain your black water tank, which we will review shortly, you could put a water hose to it here and it's going to spray out or clean that black water tank. Okay, let's just close that up. And I'm going to lock it, and then make sure when you do detach your water hose that you're always bringing this fitting back to us. This is the water pressure regulator and it's part of the hose. Okay, the other thing that we provide is you're going to see a lot of campgrounds have cable TV hookup on the site. We provide you the coax cable that would then bring cable from their site into the motorhome so that you could use it inside. So basic hookup, but that is what this is for, and this is what would get you that Cat 5 or the cable connection. Okay, so the outside shower, we didn't cover that at all, but that is a nice feature on the motorhome. Not so much that you're taking a shower outside, but that you could have hot and cold water out here for rinsing off. If you're using the water that's in the motorhome that came with the motorhome, there is a button in here to turn the pump on. Otherwise, if you're hooked up to city water connection, just like at home, if you turn the faucets on, you'll have hot and cold water on the outside. Okay, I suggest if you're renting and fishing or anything like that, this is an excellent place to clean the fish or whatever, but you're just staying outside. You've got the hot and cold water out here. Just give me a second to get this hose. It's very nice. Let me try a different. Okay. As far as for the fuel that the motorhome takes, make sure you are putting unleaded fuel only in the unit. You don't need to run premium, definitely not diesel, just regular standard 87 fuel. You're just going to screw off the cap, put the hose in, make sure to always re-secure it. Okay, give it that last click. Okay, we talked about this area right here. This is an area that you'll use when you go to dump your tanks. Okay, the unit has two holding tanks. Actually, it's got a gray water, which is your wash water or your shower water, and then it's got what's called the black water, which is the toilet water. Okay, you see these different valves here. There is a sewer hose that we provide. And the sewer hose is in the bumper area. Now I would suggest you may want to bring some gloves along with you. This is 15-foot sewer hose. And what you're gonna do is when you go to exit, most of the campgrounds or parks are gonna have a dump station area for you. What you're gonna do is pull up, get as close to that dump station area. You're going to make sure that both valves are closed, and you're gonna unhook this. Yes, you are. And hopefully my white pants. Okay, and you're gonna see the tabs. There's 2 tabs here, and there's also here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just, as easy as this, just hook this on. You're gonna have, there's going to be a septic dump area that you're gonna run this hose into. And the first thing you're going to do is evacuate your black water tank. So what I would do is I would pull this valve right here, and that would get rid of the septic or the sewage that's from the toilet. Once that is done draining, you're going to pull the gray valve, which is going to act as like wash water going through, and then kind of just take care of getting it out. And then I would use that outside shower, and just when you go to unhook this, maybe rinse out that tube before you put it back into the bumper. Now you're going to unhook it, and then you're going to rehook up the cap. Okay, and excellent time to maybe have some soap with you and just hot and cold water and rinse your hands. Rinse out this tube before you'd put it back in the bumper. And as far as going back in the bumper, I would put the end without the connection on it back in. And it's kind of just like a slinky here. Pushing it back in, making sure that it fits into that area. And then the bumper cap goes on. Okay, and what you do is you actually push in the center, and that's going to secure it so that that bumper cap doesn't come off during travel. Okay, that takes care of that. Take a break.